Good morning and welcome to Autism Live. I didn't close all my doors. Look what I have going on. Hi, I'm Shannon Penrod, and we're coming to you live from a room in my home. Thrilled to be here with you guys this morning. I got to be honest with you, we did a last minute change of things, and we may change it up in the middle of the show because we've been exploring ways that you can be able to see my guests, because we think that that is really important. And today, more than any day, I really wanted for you guys to be able to see my guests. If we find that during the middle of the show, we are able to make that technology work, because we had it working before, where are my technology friends? If we find we might stop this stream and restart it with that technology, because I really would love for you to be able to see our guests today. Today's a very special show. You know, usually on Tuesdays, we play a best of episode. We take the best interviews over the last 8.5 years that we've been doing the show, almost 9 years that we've been doing the show. And we put a compilation of them together and we show that to you. Well, we're not going to do that today, because today we're going to be doing one that will become part of the best of. And not because it's super fun, no, but because it's hopefully going to be super helpful to you, those of you who are at home today and having some difficulties. I do want to start by saying that we are going to be live for the next hour. We may have to stop and start the stream at one point, but we will let you know if that's about to happen. And I want to show you some of the different ways that you can connect with us here on the show, because we try to be in as many places as we can be that you can access the information and access it for free. It's really important to us that that you have a place that you can come to. For those of you who don't know me, my son was diagnosed with autism when he was 2.5. And I remember in those early days thinking, gosh, I just wish that there was someplace I could go and ask questions about our specific thing. And I wish that there was someplace I could go to find the information that I needed. And, you know, at that point, there was certainly the internet, but it wasn't as comprehensive as it is now. And I didn't get to go to sleep until 3 o'clock in the morning. My child wouldn't sleep until 3 o'clock in the morning. So I was constant, and people would invite me to conferences all the time once I got on whatever that mailing list was. And I would always look longingly at those conferences and think, how do people get to those? Like, if you have a child at home on the autism spectrum and you're trying to do an early intervention, like, money is a premium. So how do you pay for that? And then where is your kid while you're at these conferences, and how do you make that work? Like, I just couldn't even imagine it. So I know it was important to me to at some point be a part of that solution. And I was very lucky that I was able to have the opportunity first to host a radio show about autism and then to host this show. And we're going to keep on keeping on, even though we're doing this in a different format. We're exploring different ways that we can bring this to you in a more visual format than what we're doing right now. So I've got a lot of things happening on my computer right now. Not really sure, but it looks like they're trying to get the other technology to work. But in the meantime, I'm going to stay here with you live and talk to you about the guests that we're about to have on the show. Some of you are facing a moment in time where you're at home with your kiddos, and it might be even a little frightening. And I just want us to speak very frankly today, and to not, mamby-pamby around that. That if your kiddos, if their mode of communication is that sometimes they hit, and the person that they hit is you, that can be a very frightening thing. I've been there and done that. And I'm really fortunate because I had the best of help that helped me to get that under control so that did not continue. That I think the last time I was hit by my child, he was 5. And let me tell you, he rang my bell when he hit me then. And I thought, I don't know if I can do this much longer. I do recall feeling that way. And I got lucky because I didn't have to. I know that many of you are out there and, you haven't been able to get to that point, or maybe you did, and now being stuck at home, you're having issues again. So what we're going to do today, we're not even doing jargon of the day today. We've got 2 amazing guests that are going to be joining us in just a second. The amazing Art Wilkie, is going to be joining us, and he is one of the people who helped me when my son was hitting me. He's amazing. He's been working in this field for a really long time, and I'm going to let him speak for himself. And we also have Dr. Sienna Greener-Wooten, and she also was a part of that team that helped me through that. And I don't listen. This is not about me and what we got. This is about these just happen to be two of the top experts in this particular field, and I lucked out that I had the opportunity to work with them. And let me tell you, they were able to help us so that did not happen again. And grateful, you can't even imagine. So it was important to me for you to have access to those kinds of experts. Now, I don't know whether they're wanting to switch. And Traven, if you are hearing me, let me know if you want me to end this stream and try the other. I'm loath to give up the stream without knowing. So, but here's what I would like for you to do. In whatever way that you're watching us live right now, if you have specific questions for our guests, if you have some of this behavior happening at home, I want to encourage you to write in. I know that they've got a presentation to talk to you about this, but I want you to be writing in your questions. You can be writing it on Facebook, on YouTube, in particular, those two places. And I just looking for some direction from a producer here, whether you want me to continue with this stream or whether you would like for me, okay, they want me to end this stream. So we're going to go off live probably for just a minute, and then we're going to come back on live, hopefully with the ability to show you my guests. So stick with me. Don't go anywhere. This show is too important.